Hi everyone, I'm Zoe from Caravan Palace.
And I'm Hugo, and you're watching Toasted.
Caravan Palace, welcome in Amsterdam.
Welcome to you.
Welcome to you, yeah.
For me and for probably a lot of people, your success came out of nowhere. Because, suddenly you're here in Paradiso, which is one of the most famous venues in Amsterdam. It's very comparable to, the Brixton Academy, which you also played, and other top venues. So, how come this success so suddenly?
We don't know. I don't know. It's maybe the second concert we played here in Amsterdam. We were in the Melkweg a few months ago, and it went very well. It was sold out very quickly, and the guy in charge of the tour thought that it would be a good idea to come back in a bigger place, and it worked well too because it sold out again. And we don't know. We don't know. It's like England. Sometimes we try to figure out why it works that good, and we don't know exactly. That's cool.
For me, it's like you guys are like the symptom of a new music industry, where normally you would listen to the radio and watch TV and see a band, and then go like, I have to see this band, and then you guys will play in Paradiso. By now, you already have a following on your own that you created on your own, probably by live playing a lot, right?
Live playing and also internet, I guess. At the beginning, at least, we started with. You remember MySpace? Yes. So they started to have a lot of plays on these internet things, and now it's again. We see that, for instance, the Lone Digger video is pretty good, talking about the views, and we think that maybe it's one of the reason it works. For instance, in the US, where we don't promote that much, and we go touring sometimes, but mysterious. So mysterious.
Talking about the video, 33 million views and counting. I think 11 million plays on Spotify. Of course, you cannot just add this up, but at least probably 40 million people listening to your music. Isn't it incredible to think about?
Yes, yes. It's sometimes you can't imagine that. It's just a number of views, a number of clicks. And that's all. But nowadays, the success is dependent on the clicks. So yes, we could say that it's successful, yeah, but it's totally virtual for us.
It is. Well, then it becomes real when you're playing live and the room is full.
Exactly.
So yes, when you see sold out, you feel like, okay, it's true.
Yeah. So this so much about the success, because this is only the beginning. Probably you guys, you have a fantastic new record out, third record called Robot. I wrote down Robot, but I also wrote down like the how should I call this, the signs that you have on your telephone in my lousy handwriting. I didn't know it was called Robot, but it is called Robot, right?
Robot face, because it's just the face of the robot. But we didn't call it like this at the beginning. We just drew the thing. And it's like I'd say an icon. No, merde.
Emoticon.
Oui.
Emoji.
Emoji. Whatever. To represent the robot that is kind of a mascot from the very beginning. So it's
because it is an occurring theme in your videos. I was about to say there's always a robot somewhere. Mm-hmm. Why?
Why what?
Why a robot?
Why a robot? I don't know.
It's not a robot. It's a specific one. It's because robots, they represent technology, because we do electronical music, and so we have cables and computers and stuff. But the one we picked up is an old one, kind of not very technological kish. Yes. So it represents the music we do perfectly, because it's kind of technologic sometimes, but also we played acoustic instruments, and yes, you have modern, Caravan Palace, old, new, technology.
Technology.
I was actually thinking. First listening to your music, I was like, okay, this is C2C meets Caro Emerald. If I have to explain my mom what it is like, and then I saw the first live gig, and I was like, what? A 7-piece band doing this live?
Is it a question? Because yes, we're 7 on stage.
Yeah, it is a question, because how can you tour as a band with 7 people and still make money? Because you guys have been doing this for 11 years now.
You said it. We don't make that much money. This is the answer.
You can live of it.
Sorry.
We were lucky because when we began, there was not that much people who made the same music as us, so we had a little window to get in, and we were lucky for that. So we began at that moment. A lot of people were curious about what we did live, so they took us to see what happened then. And we could have a big success live because of that curiosity, that initial curiosity. And so we could play for 10 years now and always fill the venues in the first day.
It's also because we take our time, because sometimes at the beginning, sometimes people were asking, oh, do you think you can do this but just being 3 or 2 or 5 on stage? Do you have a smaller version of this? This is also one of the reasons why we don't go that much on TV or radio, because we're a big band and sometimes it's easier for a DJ to promote, blah, 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 play live and stuff. But we never said yes to this because we think that what we do has the good meaning if we're 7. This is why we made it this way. So we try to promote it this way, and it's kind of tough and it takes a time.
Too.
It's because it's expensive and it takes time. But if you keep your ligne de conduite, then at the end, I think that the audience can see the difference between just a DJ or 7 band people on stage.
Yeah, definitely. One of the things that struck me, of course, I mean, all you guys are great musicians, which is fantastic. But there was a dance-off on stage on the show you did in Paris with one of the members. It was like, yeah, amazing.
Yes, we're still dancing on stage. I mean, we try, because sometimes we should I say?
Is it like?
Legs, but no, it's not.
But is that like a set that a thing that you always do, or was that like a special night where the dance-off just occurred?
No, so we have 2 routines that we try to do every time we can if we're healthy enough. And then sometimes we add some random things, movements, because we had a lot of dance classes, him and I. So we know a bit of Charleston and swing dancing and also some house tricks and stuff. So we try to mix them like we do with music. We mixed our influences and things that we've learned. So we try to make something watchable.
Is it tough for you to put the feminine touch in the band? Because I mean, as a face and the singer, you are, of course.
I don't really care about being a woman. It's not the thing. It's just being a woman. You have sometimes different point of view or a way you want to do things or say them or work. The process might be different. Sometimes you need more time before trying something, and they more like proactive. So it's not because I'm a woman that I think, when I say this, it was like a joke, not really seriously. But now...
But you meant it, though. I know.
But it was just to find a way to meet you guys. I just tried.
It worked.
But then it's just sometimes it's hard to, because I'm very influenced by the way they work, because of course I have to learn the man way. But sometimes it's hard for me to try to influence them because I'm the only one to represent my point of view. So sometimes I just surrender.
Well, the result is great, so it's good that you do that. Hey, you put a mix on SoundCloud, the 30 minutes to fall asleep to. Couple of tracks that I loved was the Wave track by Beck. I think that's actually an amazing record, the whole Beck record. Anthony and the Johnsons were there, which I think was...
Oh, you get them all. Oh, I wrote.
Well, I was just checking them. Tripping to it, Miss You by Trentemøller, which is also, I think, an obvious influence, sort of less. A fun thing that I couldn't find, there were 2 things. That is My Funny Valentine by Ella Fitzgerald. Yes. I never heard that version. I only know the Chet Baker version.
Yes, it's an amazing version. So I put all the references of the mix on, so you can totally check them online. So the reason why I made this is because people know us for like the dance floor music we do, but we are also influenced influenced by a lot of quiet music, and it's just hard. The industry of quiet music is kind of tough. You have to be very successful if you want to sell a lot of ballads then. So it's just chicken dong to put these things that we love also somewhere in the SoundCloud, and also because I'm a big fan of an English label that does the Night Tales. What's the name of this again? You know, they do late night tales compilations. You've heard about them? And I'm a big fan of these compilations. I love the Bonobo one, for instance, is one of the best to me. And I kind of have this dream that we can do one. So I try to pretend it's my version of it. And
I think it would be very interesting if you would do one. I mean, what's stopping you? It would be fantastic to have one.
I don't know.
The connections, the network, I don't know. We don't have the good person.
I don't know if they just put on, if they just release maybe people from their label, or I don't know the rules about that. So
Send them an email. I will send them an email.
Hi, do you want to do that?
It can go totally wrong, though. I mean, I tried this once. Oh yeah. What?
Well, maybe they don't like our music too. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
You know, there's this guy from Paris who did all the lounge versions of all the hardcore and punk songs. I think it was called Nouvelle Vague. I'm not sure about it. And he did one. He did a cover by "Too Drunk to Fuck" by the Dead Kennedys with a girl, and it was a fantastic song. And it happened so that I did an interview with him here, and the Dead Kennedys would play Paradiso later on. So I asked him, "Do you know the Dead Kennedys are playing? Do you want me to give the music to them?" And he said, "Yeah, and tell me what they think." So I gave that song to Jello Biafra, who's the singer, and he said, "Well, this is total shit."
good. So now I think I'm gonna give my phone number to you. Can you give it to Bruno Mars, please?
No, because then the music will not happen.
Damn. But at least we try.
Hey, another song that I loved and which blew me away was Mood Indigo by Tyree Glenn. I never heard of him, and it sounds like it's made in 1924 or something.
Yeah, I love this version. This is why I put it at the end of the mix. Plus, it's the jazzy way. Merde. No. I want to say like caution.
Oh, wow.
In French,
difficult.
it's the jazz caution of the mix also, because I put a lot of new shit in that.
There are words that you cannot translate in French. I'm also told that the word horny has no translation in French.
Right, no translation. So you have to.
You can say I'm hot. That's what you can say. That's what I'm told.
Yes, but it's kind of more than what horny means. No?
Yeah, probably. I'm not French. My French sucks.
What? Well, we always find a way to make understand what we want to say.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If it's not by words, we find a way. No problem.